In a village there lived an old mother. Evening was falling, and the cold wind whispered through the silent streets of the village. The trees sighed softly as the scent of burning wood filled the air. At the edge of the village stood a broken little hut, with a faint light of an oil lamp trembling by the door. Inside lived an old mother, lonely, weak, yet great at heart. That evening a stranger arrived, tired, hungry, and covered in dust. His face showed the marks of pain, and his steps were heavy with exhaustion. He knocked gently on the wooden door. Knock, knock. The door creaked open, and a trembling voice said, "Who is it, son?" The stranger replied, "Mother, do you have something to eat?" "I haven't eaten in 3 days." The old mother paused for a moment and softly said, "My son, I have nothing. The pot is empty, the stove is cold, and my heart, it's been broken for years." The stranger looked surprised and asked, "Mother, why are you living alone? Doesn't anyone live with you?" The old mother sighed deeply. 2 tears slipped down her wrinkled cheeks. She said, "Once this house used to echo with laughter. My husband's smile lit up my life, and my son's laughter was my music. But time, my son, time has a cruel heart. One day my husband fell ill and never returned. I was left alone, but my son became my only reason to live." Her voice trembled as she continued, "When he grew up, I worked day and night, starving myself just to educate him. I dreamed he would return one day and be my support. But one day he said, 'Mother, I must go make my own life.' I kissed his forehead and said, 'Go, my child, may God protect you.' He left and never came back. No letter, no message, only silence." The stranger stood there, motionless, his eyes wet with tears. The mother said softly, "Every evening I light a lamp by this door, hoping he might return. But years have passed. The light grows dimmer now, just like my eyesight. I can no longer even remember his face clearly. Only his voice echoes in my dreams, saying, 'Mother, I'll be back soon.'" As she said this, her tears sparkled in the weak glow of the lamp. The stranger's hands trembled. He slowly lifted his scarf from his face and said in a shaking voice, "Mother." The old woman gasped, Who is it?" He fell to his knees and cried, "Mother, it's me, your son." The old mother froze for a moment. Then, with trembling hands, she touched his face in the light of the lamp. "My son, is it really you?" He wept, "Mother, I've come too late, but I'll never leave you again." She smiled faintly and whispered, "No, my son, you cannot win against time. I am too tired now." And with her head resting on her son's chest, she became silent. The lamp's light went out, and the cold wind carried the sorrow of a mother's farewell through the village. This is not just a story. It is the truth of every mother who waits for her son until her soul fades away.